We're going to start by taking a look first at this weekly chart of McDonald's. And I want you to notice this positively configured cycle and right-hand translation. That means that the peak of the cycle occurred on the right-hand side, leaving little time for a retracement, and also that the cycle ends higher than where it began. Here we got a bearish engulfing candlestick just above the prior cycle peak and began to retrace. The reversal scout is purple, showing negative momentum. And we have a weekly cycle timing window that begins on Monday and goes through mid-April. So that period of time is when we expect McDonald's to make its intermediate cycle low and then begin to move up into the rising phase of the next cycle. So this will be bullish once we have confirmation that our intermediate low is in, provided that it continues to hold up through this timing period. Now let's switch over to the daily chart. Here you'll notice that the cycle that we are currently in, it ends in mid-March. So this cycle fits within that cycle timing window from the weekly chart. Momentum in here is negative with both the reversal scout as well as the slim ribbon that colors the candles red, green, or gray, depending on the momentum. So this prior cycle was negatively configured. It ended lower than where it began. So when that happens, the probabilities favor not being able to take out the prior cycle high. So we created a resistance zone using that prior cycle high and the prior cycle low. And we are trading just below the 50% fib of that resistance zone. We also have a 78.6% fib up here at about 298. So we're going to watch these levels and we're going to watch the momentum on the lower time frame chart for a short side entry going into this March time period. Momentum on the 2-hour chart turned positive yesterday, so we can watch that for an entry signal. Now, in terms of a target price, these green horizontal lines down here represent the supports from the weekly chart. So our initial target is about 281. That's basically a retest of the cycle low. And if it breaks below that, then the next would be the 50% fib at about 274. Now, if McDonald's were able to get through these upside resistance levels, then momentum would have improved in here, and that would indicate to us that something has changed, possibly an early intermediate low. So that would invalidate the trade idea. We'll be keeping a close eye on McDonald's for it to respect these levels and return to negative momentum on the lower time frame charts to give us that bearish entry. So at that time, depending on the implied volatility in the options, you could buy a put or a put zebra if your account size allows that. You could also buy a put spread or sell a call spread.